Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sian Caldwell and I'm a secondary maths and numeracy supporting improvement advisor for GWE. Can I just start by thanking you all for joining us today for our introduction to precision teaching and the SAFMEDS strategy session. I'm now going to pass you over to my colleague who will share a brief overview of the session you have ahead of you.
Hi everyone, my name is Manon Davis and I'm the Primary Maths and Numeracy Supporting Improvement Advisor for GWE. As you can see, we have split the session up into 3 parts. The first part will be run by Katie Owen, who we will introduce you to in a minute. She will be taking you through what precision teaching is and how it can be used with the SAFMEDS strategy. Sian will then take you through where you can find the new resources we've created to support the SAFMEDS strategy, as well as look at how you can implement the strategy through an online platform. I will finish with you by taking you through the additional support materials, the academic research, and how to support learners at home with the SAFMEDS strategy. There will be an opportunity to take questions in the chat, and we'll try our very best to respond to all your questions.
Let me now introduce you to Katie Owen, who we are very fortunate to be working with. Katie has already helped train over 100 teachers across the GWE regions in using the SAFMEDS strategy with pupils in their schools, and we're glad to say she will be continuing to do so this year with GWE.
Thanks, Sian. Since 2015, my research interests have focused on the use of evidence-based strategies to support pupils in mainstream schools, with a specific focus on developing children's fluency of basic math skills. This led me to complete a BSc and Masters by Research in Psychology at Bangor University. I started working on projects with GWE when I started my PhD in 2017. This included running a large-scale randomised control trial of SAFMEDS across the region, collecting data relating to teachers and children's views of the strategy, and supporting maths development in pupil referral units using precision teaching and direct instruction. The first section of this webinar will focus on giving you a broad overview of what precision teaching is and how the SAFMEDS strategy works. Whilst it loads, we recommend that you set this to full screen on your device if you haven't done so already. Welcome to a brief overview of precision teaching and SAFMEDS. For those of you who've attended training before, this will act as a bit of a refresher. For those of you who are coming across the methods for the first time today, please don't worry. This will act as a brief introduction, and we've uploaded more thorough training online for you to access afterwards. Precision teaching provides us with a set of procedures for measuring pupils' fluency and facilitating data-driven decisions within the classroom. In practice, there's a set of questions that we can ask ourselves to see if the method of teaching has been effective for every child in the class. If a child or group of children haven't understood a concept, we may need to consider whether they need us to adapt the way in which we deliver the information or present the task. For those pupils who need more intensive support, we can assess whether the intervention we have provided has had the desired effect on their learning. There are 5 key principles that underlie precision teaching approaches. The first is the idea that everybody's learning experience is unique and shaped by genetics, interactions with the environment, and how we are taught specific skills. If a pupil is progressing, the teaching is right for them. If their learning is not progressing, the instruction that they are receiving, the task that they are doing, or the environment that they are practicing in needs to change. If pupils practice skills beyond traditional mastery, they will be able to develop fluency. This is the combination of accuracy and speed. Adding a dimension of time into assessment provides us with more detail about performance and can more accurately help us predict whether pupils will be able to retain, apply, and generalise the skills that they have learned. The more frequently we measure fluency of performance, the more we can support pupils to reach their goals. We should encourage pupils to chart their fluency scores to develop visual pictures of their learning over time. These pictures enable us to see at a quick glance if any additional support is necessary. The final principle is based on corrective feedback. Delaying corrective feedback is undesirable, as it provides an opportunity for the pupil to practice making mistakes and learn bad habits. SAFMEDS is an acronym for Say or Fast Minute Everyday Shuffled. Each letter of the acronym refers to a step within the practice and assessment strategy. Something I really want to stress here is that SAFMEDS is not a strategy that aims to teach new skills. Rather, we can use it as a tool to assess fluency and highlight holes in pupils' knowledge. In order to use this strategy with the pupils in your school, they will need a pack of flashcards. These have a maths question on the front and the corresponding correct answer on the back. We have developed a catalogue of pre-made resources to support the foundation phase through to Key Stage 3 curriculum, and we will discuss how to access these later in the webinar. The SAFMEDS strategy is designed so that pupils can work through the 1-minute timings on their own. This means that they should hold their own cards, place them into 2 piles, and write their own scores down. Because the SAFMEDS strategy promotes independence, it means that you can use it on either a one-to-one, small group, or class-wide basis. However, it's crucial that pupils are able to adhere to each step of the strategy for it to have the desired and intended effects, so be wary of scaling up too quickly. There are some key distinctions between the SAFMEDS strategy and the use of traditional flashcards. First, pupils need to shuffle their cards. This is to prevent them simply rote learning the order of the answers or having to go through a sequence in their head to be able to reach the answer that they need. Once they've shuffled their cards, they work through them at speed for 1 minute. Timings are deliberately short to promote speed and ensure that pupils never run out of questions before the time is up. We want to prevent putting any ceilings on their learning. Pupils should read the question on the front of the card in their head and then say the answer out loud. This promotes both fluency and accountability. Only once they have said the answer should they turn the card over to receive the immediate feedback. It is okay for them to say don't know, but it's important that they always say the correct answer before they move on to the next card. When the 1 minute is up, people should go through any cards that they've placed in their not yet pile for additional practice. This provides the opportunity for you to specifically address or reteach anything that they might be struggling with. Pupils will plot their highest score for the session on a chart. You should review these charts at the end of each week to make sure that the children are progressing as they should be, and if not, make decisions about what interventions might be necessary. On the next slide, we'll show you a demonstration of what the SAFMEDS strategy looks like in practice. This video is available on YouTube for you to refer to whenever you need it.
Okay, give your cards a good shuffle. Ready? Go. 3, 2, 14, 9, don't know, 17, 6, don't know, 13, 12, 14, 16, 10, 12, 4, 14, 15, 8, 5, 13, don't know, 7, 4, 12, 13, 9, 8, 14, 16, 12, 12, 13, 10, don't know, 11, don't know, 11, 16, 15, 5, 19, 7, 6, don't know, 13, don't know, 14, 17, 18, 18. Time up. Count your cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That was great, well done. Write down your score. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now pick up the ones that you weren't sure and we'll go through them together. What's 8 plus 6?
I don't know.
So, have a look. Okay.
So
8 and 6 is 14. What's 7 and 6? 13. Very good. What's 4 plus 2?
6.
Well done. 6 and 5.
I don't know.
So if I had 6 and you have 5, how many do we have together?
11.
Well done. Okay. So let's go again, but this time let's see if you can get through more cards. I don't mind which pile they go on, just get quicker. Okay, so give your cards a good shuffle. Okay, ready? So which score is your best for the day?
This one.
Yeah, let's plot that one on your graph.
Okay. Monday. I want to reiterate here that the SAFMEDS strategy in itself is not an intervention. It's a way of assessing skills and promoting fluency. The intervention aspect comes from reviewing pupil data regularly and making changes when necessary. The interventions don't need to be commercialised or costly. They can be as simple as teaching tricks, making use of familiar reward systems within the school, such as dojo points, introducing novel reward systems specific to the SAFMED sessions, such as giving certificates for mastering a pack. You could try working in a quiet room, changing the level of the pack the child is working on, etc. These are all small changes but can positively affect children's scores. Introduce one change at a time until the pupil's learning picture shows progress. That way, you can find out what works and prevent draining any unnecessary resources. A key feature of the precision teaching approach is using the standard acceleration chart to create learning pictures. This is a specially designed chart to proportionately show meaningful progress towards mastery across a school year. There are 13 different learning pictures that can emerge on a standard acceleration chart, and these fall within 3 broad categories: improving, maintaining, and worsening. If a pupil's data shows a maintaining or worsening picture over 3 consecutive sessions, consider making a change to prevent prolonged periods of non-progression.
Thanks, Katie. Now, the question is, where can you get hold of resources that will help you with implementing this strategy? I'm going to show you in this next section just that. So bear with us while we just share the next presentation. It may take a couple of seconds. Now that you've heard about the SAFMEDS strategy, I'm going to take you through what resources we have available and where you can find them. To support the use of the SAFMEDS strategy, we have developed approximately 140 packs of flashcards available in Welsh and English, based on the areas of maths shown on the screen. We feel that these are the areas where, if students are fluent, it can help them not only access other math skills, but open up their access to the rest of the curriculum. They are also the areas where we would expect and encourage students to develop mental strategies and not rely on pen and paper to work out answers. Within each of the 12 areas, you will find specific packs which are outlined on this slide and the next one. The list for each area are also in progression order, which will help you determine which pack to go to next or which one to go back to. Here are the remainder. I'm not going to stay on this slide. You'll be able to look over these in your own time when I show you where to find them. So let's have a look at where you can find the resources. If you go onto the GWE homepage, which is gwegogledd.cymru, you will see a link on the top that says GWE Support Centre. Just click on this link and it will take you to this page. where you just need to pick your language. Then you need to click on Teaching and Learning. Then click on Accelerating Skills. And then Teaching and Learning Strategies. There's then a choice between literacy and numeracy. So if you click numeracy, you will get to where all the SAFMEDS resources are kept. If you click on SAFMEDS packs, the 12 maths areas that I previously shared come up here with their own separate tab. For example, if we click on number recognition, it takes you where all the number recognition packs are stored. You can download any that you need. They're all in PDF format. If I click on one so that you can see what they look like, we'll look at number recognition from 1001 to 100,000. You'll get pages like this, which have automatically been laid out so that if you print back to back, the answers will line up to be behind the question. The grey bit is there intentionally to know which way around the cards should be. You then just need to cut the cards out. There are therefore quite a few ready-made packs of cards for you to use. However, we are fully aware that you might want to create your own cards to target specific topics that we have not covered. Therefore, to facilitate this, we've also included a template on our website which you can download. The template is an Excel spreadsheet. When you open it, click on the Data Entry tab on the bottom and write your questions in column A and the answers in column B. If you then click on the Cards tab on the bottom, you will see that your cards have automatically appeared here. To save these cards as a PDF, click on File, then Save As. But instead of going for the automatic save option as an Excel spreadsheet, change the Save As type to PDF and it will automatically create a PDF of the cards in the right format for printing back to back, like the ones we've created. Just a tip for you though, what we've learned is to also save the Excel version in case you want to go back to alter something, as you won't be able to do that on the PDF version. We realise that printing cards may not always be the best option for you, so we wanted a way to use a SAFMEDS strategy interactively. We have uploaded all of the packs onto the website quizzes.com. It's a free website and you don't have to sign up to use it. However, if you do sign up, it means you can save the quizzes you've tried and the progress you've made, which is a useful feature. If you scroll down the website and then click on any subject, I've just clicked on mathematics. By clicking on any subject, it takes you to this part where you now have a search bar at the top. If you type in SAFMEDS GWE, you will get to the cards we've created. The only problem with this is that there are so many cards from us there, as well as thousands, if not millions, of quizzes by other users, and it is continuing to grow in popularity as a website. Therefore, unless you type in the correct name exactly of the pack of cards you're looking for, you may find it difficult to find them. We have a much simpler way to find our SAFMEDS cards, which I will show you in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the website for you to know that it is an extremely useful website beyond using it for the SAFMEDS strategy. So let's go to the easy way of finding the cards. Back to our website, which I've already shown you how to find, only this time, instead of clicking on SAFMEDS cards, you need to click on SAFMEDS online. You will then get the same 12 areas of maths as you did for the cards. If I click on multiplication as an example, what you then get is a list of all the packs with a direct link to them on quizzes.com. The first list, under flashcards, will take you directly to the flashcards and are the links you need if you want to apply the SAFMEDS strategy. The second list, under quiz, will take you to the quiz version of the cards should you wish to use them that way instead for additional practice. The first list is the one that you need if you want to apply the SAFMEDS strategy, remember. The idea is to make it easier for you to find them on quizzes.com, but also for the links to be available for you to share with students and parents should you wish to. There is a quizzes app, but we found that the flashcards option is not available on the app. Therefore, if you're using a phone or a tablet of some kind, it is best to use the website rather than use the app. Now that I've shown you how to find the cards, as well as access them on the website quizzes.com, I'm going to just play a video that demonstrates how to use the SAFMEDS strategy on quizzes.com.
When your SAFMEDS pack has loaded on quizzes, check that the Shuffle Cards button is set to on. When you press Start and the first card appears, ask an adult, sibling, or friend to start a 1-minute timer for you. Ideally, the timer should make a noise when the 1 minute is up. When the cards appear, read the question in your head and then say the answer out loud as quickly as you can. Once you've said the answer, press the space bar to see if you were right. If you answered correctly, press the right arrow key. If you answered incorrectly or you're not sure, press the left arrow key. Remember, the aim of the game is speed, so don't worry if you make any mistakes or need to say, I don't know. Just make sure that you say the correct answer out loud before you move on to the next card. You'll have an opportunity to review any of your learning opportunities later. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate. Nine, 14, 7, 10. Not sure. 16, 14. Not sure. 13, 7. Don't know. 13, 12. 13, 12. Not sure. 14, 10, 9, 17, 11. Okay, so the timer has stopped, so I'm going to make a quick note of the question that I got to when the timer went off. And then I'm going to flip the cards and press Needs Review until I get to the end. If you want to use this as an opportunity to practice, then you're more than welcome to do so. As you can see here, I got 11 answers correct in the 1 minute. So I'm just going to make a note of my score so I can chart it later. I'm then going to click Review Incorrect Questions and work through them without any time pressure. 9 add 7 is 16. 4 and 9 is 13. 5 and 8 is 13. 5 and 7 is 12. 8 and 6 is 14. 8 and 6 is 14. I'm going to do this one a couple of times because I find it tricky. 8 and 6 is 14. And then I'm going to move on to the last one, which is where the timer went off. 4 and 3 is 7. And then I can either go through the rest of the cards for additional practice or press the X in the corner.
Thanks, Sian. Now that we know what the strategy is and where you can find some SAFMEDS packs and online resources, I'm going to introduce the final part of the session. Please don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them into the chat. Thank you, Howell. Now that you've heard about the new SAFMEDS packs and application of the SAFMEDS strategy online, we will look at the 3 remaining sections. The supporting SAFMEDS resources that are hosted on the GWER Support Centre, precision teaching and SAFMEDS academic research, and the SAFMEDS at Home resource that has been created to support parents and guardians to implement the SAFMEDS strategy at home. If we go to the main menu of the GWER Support Centre, click on Teaching and Learning, then Accelerating Skills, and then Teaching and Learning Strategies. Click on Numeracy, and click on SAFMEDS Resources. In this folder, you will find all the resources that you will need to implement SAFMEDS in school or apply SAFMEDS strategy online. This file has 3 parts. The first part contains how-to guides and video clips for SAFMEDS and precision teaching. The second part contains how-to guides and videos for online application of SAFMEDS and precision teaching. And the third part, the additional SAFMEDS resources. Under this section, you will find all the resources to implement SAFMEDS, such as the A4 learner placemat, score sheets and graphs to visualise learner progress, including an Excel file to enable digital data plotting and a corresponding how-to guide. Also included is the blank Excel template that was referred to earlier, should you wish to create your own SAFMEDS packs. So we have seen what is stored within the SAFMEDS resource file. Let's have a quick look at the SAFMEDS evidence review file. SAFMEDS has a sound evidence base with a number of control studies demonstrating positive outcomes. The School of Psychology at Bangor University have been piloting SAFMEDS with schools in North Wales over recent years, with encouraging findings indicating that the programme helps children improve their basic math skills. These studies also show that the retention of these skills is good. Some of the research work in North Wales studies have been published in peer-reviewed research journals and have focused not only on the outcomes of SAFMEDS, but also on the key factors that lead it to being successfully implemented across typical school settings in North Wales. Within the SAFMEDS evidence review file, you will find papers and articles relating to research within the field of precision teaching and SAFMEDS. The final section is SAFMEDS at Home. Again, the SAFMEDS at Home folder is located within the Teaching and Learning Strategies of the Accelerated Skills file. The research team at Bangor University, in collaboration with GWER, have produced a comprehensive support package to help parents use the SAFMEDS strategy at home. A Google Classroom has been created, providing parental access to SAFMEDS resources, user guides and online videos to help parents deliver the SAFMEDS strategy at home without the need for support from school. Within the SAFMEDS at Home folder, you will find further guidance for schools and a letter for schools to share the available resource with parents and guardians. The class code for the Google Classroom is shared in the letter to parents and guardians. They will need to use their child's hub email address to access the resources on the Google Classroom. There is also a short video to explain how to access the classroom and an introduction to the resources held within it. All of the resources that are required to deliver SAFMEDS at home are stored within the classroom. You can see here a selection of the subfolders containing the relevant SAFMEDS resources. In the Parents subfolder, you will find the Parents Guide. This is a comprehensive guide to using SAFMEDS at home. This section also includes a video of a SAFMEDS session being delivered. The Resources section contains a copy of the placemat that is referred to in the Parents Guide. However, a child may prefer to create their own. We have a chart section to support parents to log learner progress, containing an Excel file to plot digitally and further guidance. Then we have the resource packs created for specific skills. Again, the child can create their own rather than printing. However, they are all in there in a printable format. There is some research evidence to suggest the benefits of children making their own SAFMEDS cards. By creating the cards, they are reviewing the content of the pack, which may help them to identify, learn, and retain some of the information. Children may also value these packs and be less likely to misplace them. The skills covered within the Google Classroom are number recognition, counting, place value, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For the 4 operations, additional guidance documents have been written to support the development of these skills, providing advice on how to adapt the strategy for any learners not making progress, and also identifying next steps. Finally, there is a section containing some external links to maths resources. These can be used by the learner to practice specific skills. We will also signpost parents to the online application of SAFMEDS, providing guidance documents and videos to support parents and guardians who wish to apply the SAFMEDS strategy online.
Thanks, Manon. That's almost the end of this session today. We would just like to share with you that we will organise further professional development and support, so keep an eye out in the GWE bulletin.
I'm also available to support individual schools with any questions that you might have along the way. Following this session, you'll be able to access some more in-depth training online to help you introduce the SAFMEDS strategy to the pupils in your school. If you have any specific questions about how this might work, or if you have any trouble getting started, please get in touch. Likewise, if you start using the strategy and want to check in or talk through any challenges, then send us an email. If it's something that needs a bit more of an in-depth conversation, then we can arrange a phone or video call.
Please remember, if you have any questions, email literacy&numeracy@gwegogledd.cymru. There is also a frequently asked questions document that we have produced to support these resources, and it will be available on the GWE Support Centre. Can I say a big thank you to Howell in the background? And the recording of this session will be available on the webinar section of the GWE Support Centre. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, and take care.
Thank you.